Welcome to Lexington, Kentucky, the Bluegrass State and home to the Kentucky Wildcats. And Big Blue Nation has turned out, revved up, and ready to go. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on a team from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So Kentucky's offense will take the first swing of the game. And here he is, guys. Anytime he takes the field, he is in complete control of this offense.
And David, he gives defensive coordinators nightmares because of his ability. They're going to have a hard time slowing him down.
No, he just doesn't have those weaknesses, those flaws, the whole playbook available, and he is a dude.
And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing it. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. They'll try the run. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive first down play, it's second and 6. Dropping back, it's Vandergriff. Quick strike complete. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Hey, who says hitch passes can't get big yards? Receiver catches it, makes a guy miss, and goes and gets a first down.
Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. Second and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's second and 8. They try to pop a run on the draw. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
They pick up half of it. It'll be second and 5.
And the quarterback knew that that counter run play was going to be successful. He did a nice job counting the box before the snap. He knew he had good numbers. He knew he had good angles and blocking. So that is a green-lit play from the get-go. Hand it off, go make yards.
Looking to throw on second down. Got his man. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
You can tell this quarterback and these wide receivers are on the same page. Quick read, quick throw, quick success.
From the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Wildcats.
A lot of coaches talk about scripting the first series. You could tell the script reads, get that wide receiver the football because he can make plays. Quarterback, you can tell he has confidence in his guy. He finds him, and he does the rest.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. The kickoff team out there getting set. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cardinal offense will get its first chance now. And it won't be easy to throw the ball down the field today, David, because both of these teams have lockdown corners.
I mean, these guys shut down half of the field. Playmaking cornerbacks that really can play man-to-man and lock down the best guys on the other side.
Yeah, if I'm a quarterback in this game, I'm taking a calculated risk if I'm thrown towards one of these two dudes because you're just asking to get picked off.
Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They go to the ground. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, going up top. Complete downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
At the 35, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another 1st down. Pressure coming. Finds a soft spot in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Roughing the pass. Defense.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. The defender got caught red-handed. He leaves it with his back. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
All right, this offense just keeps trying to pound the ball into the end zone down tight, but the defense, they're very, very physical. So I think you got to think about either a perimeter run, a potential run-pass option, or let your quarterback try to go make a play thrown.
It's still 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Oh, the attempt is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They'll give it to the back. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
Brings up 2nd down.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Wide out in motion. catch in the middle. It's Brown. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you can just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Wide open downfield. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
Yeah, and you see some quarterbacks who hesitate to throw the ball over the middle. I love it when you attack the whole field. In the middle of the field and being able to throw over linebackers and between safeties is a big skill, but show that defense. You will attack everywhere.
Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Motion from the offense. Running back searching for a hole.
The running back carry. He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 2nd down coming up.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Vandergrift. Makes the grab down the middle. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Wide receiver shows motion. The give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of that.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle. Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
Kentucky trying to get a little scratch in the red zone. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Grabs it in the middle. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
And the Wildcats trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Down at the 3-yard line. Brings up 2nd and goal.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, it's Vandergrift. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time. This is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Extra point.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Off play action. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The inside handoff. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
At the 42. Brings up 2nd down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, running back gets to give. Still on his feet at the 45. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bachmeier. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
Man, just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays, and now set up for 1st and goal.
Run it with the fullback. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Heftiness coming out on the goal line. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Wow, what a play. We're going to need to see that again to make sure he makes this catch and gets the foot in bounds. That was a great acrobatic play, understanding where you're at on the field to make that big catch.
Lining up for the PAT.
Is on for the extra point.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. The give to the tailback. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Yeah, stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Gives it to the back on the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and that the offense has a negative play.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's got the tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. They're bringing heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the quarterback was in a world of trouble there. He was under pressure. He knew he was going to get hit, so he's just trying to get rid of it, but he forced it into double coverage. He's lucky that was only an incompletion.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. To the air, it's Daniels. They're trying to get to him, and he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high, and wide on that one. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking downfield, it's Vandergriff. Shoots it to the left. He makes the catch. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
He wants to throw it again. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. They'll run the toss. At the 40, there he goes. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
Nice play offensively. You go with the toss to the left, and how about the blocking downfield by the wide receiver on that play? If you're going to run to the perimeter, you got to have guys doing work downfield for you, and they had it on that one.
This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Might as well give it to him again.
Ball carried by the running back. Marked down at the 35-yard line. Second down coming up.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give to the single back. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Just a great job by the quarterback, the running back, the offensive line, sneaking the levels. What do they do? Make it look like pass, sneak in the run, catch you off guard. Great play call by the offense.
The Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Wilcox.
Running back on the ball carrier. Picks up 1. Brings up second down.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to throw, it's Vandergrift. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Good job in coverage defending their own end zone there because you're trying to compress these windows and make it tough for the quarterback, and they were able to tip that one up in the air, and obviously it falls incomplete.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he's got it! Touchdown, Kentucky!
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off. get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires to the big fella. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Ford. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Scanning the field, it's Daniels. Immediately fires to the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet throw catch is plenty to give them a first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Going up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Bachmeier. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the red zone, looking for a man. Right down the middle. Touchdown, Stanford! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So a drive there of 84 yards, and the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. No tricks here. Looks as if they'll just run it out and take that lead into halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what a pleasure it's been to watch these two teams thus far there in Lexington. Each of these two offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Kroger Field.
Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
He's marked down at the 22. Second down coming up.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give, and he's looking for room behind the left tackle. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. offense and an empty set. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
They'll try the right side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell, starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. To the air, it's Daniels. Gonna let it fly. Grabs it inside the 15. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal! He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Getting set for the point after. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down. It's complete. A huge pickup. Touchdown, Kentucky. And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. The kickoff unit about to go to work. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Trying play action. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. Back to the air one more time. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Feeling some heat. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He's got it. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
When you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him thinking I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page, 1st down.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. The running back has it. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. From the gun, the ground game. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
At the 46-yard line. 3rd down coming up.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to get it through the air. Zings it complete to the right. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the 1st down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
It's complete. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Looking to throw, it's Vandergriff. They'll run the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it from the gun. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
And the Wildcats will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. From the gun, the running back has it. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
And they've been able to get within 2 yards. Now will they try to throw it in for the score? Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Didn't make him sweat it off. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Kentucky, 31. Stanford, 21.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And it's picked off. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39.
Defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
First down for this offense. Here's the handoff. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job, and he can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense where now they got a manageable situation.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Relying on that running game inside the red zone, he picked up 3 to the 11. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3.
31, Stanford 21.
One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Going for 6. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead's extended a little further. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Makes the grab and gets the foot in bounds, and it'll be a 1st down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up at this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Got it behind the line. It's Bachmeier. Stopped after making the catch.
Complete to the wideout. Pickup of 5. 2nd down coming up.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
The Cardinal will have to boot it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Movement here from the tight end. The give to the back. Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12.
Third down coming up.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Looking downfield, it's Vandergriff. It's caught downfield. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Fast motion from the offense. Here's the fly sweep. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I tell you what, fourth quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
They'll line up for a second down play. They'll leave it with him. They'll mark him down right there, but it'll be enough for a Kentucky first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage of the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
The Wildcats are on the move. Wants to throw on first down. Complete to the right. And that's a live ball. Oh, and averts disaster by falling on his own fumble. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Trying to get to him.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. To throw, it's Vandergriff. Gets open down the middle. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Looking to buy time. Going to try to get it himself. Powers through. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Sweet feet on the move. They stop him right on the edge of the red zone and pick up a 5 to the 20.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. On this 1st and goal, let's see what Kentucky does. They'll try to get it in with the run. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
That's what I'm talking about. Keep fighting, right? This game ain't over yet. Like, you still got an opportunity. Does it look good? No. But now I got the ball back. Great job by the defense forcing the turnover. Now let's see if we can go out and make this thing interesting, put some plays together, maybe get an onside kick. Who the heck knows?
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Dumps it to the back. Got his man. They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
And that's perfect for the defense. You'll give that up all day. You're winning this game by multiple possessions late in the game. Play big zone coverages, keep the ball in front of you, and tackle the ball carrier inbounds.
Stanford wants to push the pace. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. What a snag by the defense. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He'll do it himself. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense is so difficult to stop, especially in this area of the field, because of this QB's running ability, whether it's between the tackles or on the perimeter on designed QB runs. They show it right there.
They'll line up to go for 2. Grabbed behind the line. It's Brown. Stumbled to the ground.
I'll tell you, it's tough to complete 2-point conversions. Obviously, very small windows to throw into. Couldn't come away with that one. Let's see how that affects the outcome.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to advance on the football.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. You get a play like that, and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. He wants to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. Snatches it on the right. Touchdown, Stanford! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Right back to the well. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Kyle Manor.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to pass. It's Daniels. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. He is having a day. Already visited the end zone 3 times, and he might get back there again soon, David.
I mean, just crazy. He's getting open. They haven't had an answer for him. You think at some point you go, all right, he's not going to beat me anymore, but the defense continues to give up yards, and he is like, yes, please.
Brings up 2nd down.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Bachmeier. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. And I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They've mixed up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. To the air, it's Daniels. Pocket starts to collapse. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football, and right now offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.